And I'm David. And we're talking about Celebrity Big Brother.
We had a double eviction last week!
Which was like packed. Like the Thursday episode we mostly spoiled in our last video. And then the Friday episode was like, bam, full of stuff. And
it was good.
There were some shockers in that episode.
Right. And we've got some spoilers for our little final five here.
Right.
So let's get into it.
So Thursday, we spoiled most of.
Most of it. We see the whole Tom and Candy like starting to talk and touch base.
Yes. Which I liked because I'm like, okay, Candy, like, so this is some smart gameplay, like cozying up to someone who wins a lot of competitions.
Absolutely.
And she's sensing that Tom is kind of an island, right? Kato's out now, so like who does Tom really have? So she's just kind of like, hey Tom,
right, and she knows who the big threats are. She wants them out, so work with Tom. You know, Tom had put her up at one point and she was able to let that go.
Oh yeah.
Not holding a grudge on that. That's good gameplay, people.
And she lays this groundwork before Tom even wins the HOH.
Right.
Which was great. I mean, it was like the perfect move for her. Because Tom won the HOH, and so then she's like already, you know, in his good graces at that point. So,
and so in this HOH, which Omarosa hosted.
Yes.
I don't need that. But I get it.
Yeah.
They're in the large dice, and I love how nobody else really could figure it out.
Nope.
But Tom was like,
you saw that. I loved that when they had like had the math on the screen, and he's like twitching and like figuring everything out as he goes. But he beat Natalie and Lolo and Ricky. Like he eliminated all three of those people and they were all gunning for him. So like that's what has been so great about Tom's game is that he's beating the people that he needs to beat. Like it's
absolutely.
It's not necessarily luck. Like he's outplaying them.
Yeah. He's figuring out the game.
Yeah.
And then he figures out how to win.
Yeah. And
I love, of course, their strategy to begin with is like, just pick Tom over and over again. Right. And then they realize, oh no, he gets this.
He's practicing.
Yeah.
And so he's getting better by like doing it over and over again. It's not a spinning thing where he's getting dizzy.
Right. He's not getting tired here. Right. So Natalie eventually is like, okay, I'll pick Candy. Was it Candy she picked or was it Dina? No, I think she picked Dina.
I think she picked Dina.
Because obviously Dina's going to be easy to beat.
Right.
So she does.
Yeah.
And then Candy shows her cards because it's down to Natalie and Tom.
Right.
And
she picks
Candy's
Natalie.
like, Natalie.
Right.
Of course, the other side of the house, like, how dare she?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, you guys have been so close with her this whole time.
Yeah, you really have had Candy's back, for sure. I can't believe she betrayed you. You've been so faithful to her. So it does come down to, though, Tom and Natalie, right? And Tom wins the HOH, which he absolutely had to. His back was against the wall.
Sure.
Amazing that Tom has won another HOH. Like, comp beast, and I never saw that coming.
Right? I don't think anybody did.
Yeah.
Then we see a little bit of Dina talking game with Tom, and you're just like, dang.
Again, I'm just like, where did this come from? But I love it, you know?
Her and Candy really paid attention. They weren't just, they were laying low.
Yep.
Kind of behind the scenes. But they took advantage of that.
Yes.
Watched, learned.
Right. They weren't just floating and sitting and doing nothing.
Or just being a number or just being a puppet and going, yeah, whatever you want, I'm here. Like, they have opinions. Yeah. That's great.
And Dina, we see this like, you know, brief game talk conversation between Dina and Tom kind of cuts it short smartly because he's like, we can't, you know, be together too long. But she's just like giving him really sound advice. And I'm like, wait a minute, Dina knows how to play Big Brother? Like, this is amazing.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking. We see a little bit about Lolo and Natalie mad at Candy.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Of course. They're always mad at someone.
Dina's catfish story was hilarious.
Honestly, it was so great. And just so perfect that all three of them, Tamar, Candy, and Natalie, were like, catfish, no!
Right. I mean, that's what made it, is that they were like, boo!
Right.
Oh, no! I mean, they're the entertaining ones.
Yes.
To point out, like, sketch.
And I love that they're like, if you go to San Francisco, don't go alone.
For real.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows to, like, keep an eye on Dina.
Protect Dina, please.
She's, like, disappeared. We're all gonna be like, oh, shoot.
We know why.
We know about that. We end this episode with what we spoiled last time, that Tom puts Ricky and Natalie on the block.
And we did see these one-on-ones. They didn't show us all the one-on-ones, but it was interesting to see, the Natalie and the Lolo conversations, and then Candy comes in and is like, well, maybe you should do this. And he's like, ugh, I wish I'd talked to you first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so we sort of see him change his plan.
Yeah.
And he puts Natalie and Ricky on the block, and that's where we end Thursday's episode.
Yes. Then we get into this 2-hour jam-packed double eviction.
Yes.
Full episode.
Right.
And I just have to say, like, the production value this season feels
it's been great.
Above and beyond.
Yes, especially one of these veto HOH competitions they played tonight.
The Living Art.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
But I also really liked the black and white movie one because
which
we've
is the veto.
seen that color comp a gazillion times.
Right.
And then, like, they made it even better.
Yes, right.
I love it.
Yes. So this is the veto competition for Tom's HOH.
Yes.
And he ends up winning. Ricky is out first, and it comes down to, I think, Dina and Natalie and Tom, right?
Yeah.
And then Dina and Natalie go out together.
Yeah, and
Tom
Tamar
wins the veto.
purposely was throwing it.
Right.
Which made sense.
Yep.
So Tom wins, which nobody in the house really wanted, except a couple people.
Right.
This is when things got interesting. We see that, and we touched on this last video, we see the Tom and Candy combo that then leads to the Candy Tamar combo, which then leads to Tamar entering the kitchen. And
which we did not see on the feeds because they cut it.
Well,
and they showed a little bit more in the episode, but not too much more. Like,
well, because we saw on the feeds like her coming at him, and then they cut the feeds for like ever.
Yeah. So
we saw how it sort of extended, which really wasn't anything huge other than Tom being like, stop, and she's like, oh no. The episode shows that like Tom took that as, Candy's telling Tamar.
Right.
Which then just opens the door for Tom to lose his mind.
Right. Or closes the door, if you will, because Tom chooses to lock himself in the HOH room. He's cam talking to the feeds, right? The feedsters are seeing him say, like, expect the unexpected, like nobody knows what I'm gonna do, you're gonna be shocked, and I'm thinking like,
he's like, there's another move that I can make, and I'm like,
what is that move?
Like, I know he's been hearing Candy and Dina talk about Natalie's a threat, but she's already on the block. What is he talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, then we go to a veto ceremony, and we see in the episode he took Ricky down.
Which I had not seen these feed spoilers beforehand, so when I'm watching the episode, I'm like, what is going on? Like that, I did not expect that, Tom. Like, thank you for that shocker.
Yeah.
But what was great about the episode too is that they included in the edit all of this talk about how Ricky was still Tom's #1 target. So like I did not see that coming whatsoever.
Yeah, I was like, how is production gonna spin this?
Yeah.
Nope, they were like, here's Tom, and then here's Tom.
Yeah.
That's how it went down. So here we are.
Right. And even Ricky is shocked because
he's totally shocked.
They both gave a speech, right, during the veto ceremony.
Shocked.
And Ricky was like, I mean, I know that I'm your target, so I'm not even going to waste my breath. And so then when he gets vetoed, he's like, huh? What?
Ricky takes this so seriously.
Yeah.
They don't show in the episode, but he walks into the bedroom. Obviously, Lolo and Natalie are like, what just happened?
Yeah.
They're out of their minds. And Ricky's like, what a wonderful healing moment for Tom. He realized I had been giving him sound advice this whole time, and he finally let go of the grudge. I was like, Ricky, that is not what this is about.
Yeah.
But okay. Ricky took it real serious.
Right. But Lolo and Natalie don't really want to campaign against each other at this point because
but then
they're
they kind of do.
Right.
I mean,
because Tamar talks them into it.
Well, they don't want to campaign against each other, but like they also internally want to fight.
Of course. But
then Natalie also was like, I'll, die on the sword. It's my time to go. I want you to stay, Lolo. There was a lot of different conversations that obviously they can't show in the episode.
Yeah.
There was even a moment when Tamar wanted to work to keep Natalie just because Tom wanted to get rid of Natalie.
Oh my God. These people just cannot give Tom an ounce of what he wants.
They don't. Like, Tamar's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
The opposite of what Tom
exactly.
wants.
I don't care if it's a good game move for me.
No.
I just need to not give Tom what he wants. So then we see Tamar tell Natalie, like, just go ask. Just go see where the votes are, right? And so now we see Natalie going around and, saying she wants to stay. And not campaigning against Lolo really,
No.
but just kind of like checking in with people. And it was good to have that, just that it's, you know, it's boring to watch people just kind of like give up and just let the, you know, fates decide what will happen.
Lolo did a little bit of that too, but it was really interesting to watch on the feeds, like Natalie just all of a sudden like hanging out with Dina and Candy.
Yeah.
I was like, you've never hung out with them before.
Right, and you've actually been like very mean to Dina behind her back.
Yeah. On the live eviction, we do see that they evicted Natalie unanimously.
Yes.
So obviously they had come together on a decision.
Right, and I think it's a good move. Like, Natalie had to go. I think that, you know, she was, especially because she was in that power duo with Lolo, like, you gotta break that up, and I think Natalie was the bigger threat than Lolo in that pair, so she's out the door, and then they go right into the next HOH.
They announced the safety comp, you guys.
Which was great because everybody missed it.
The ET thing is coming over and no one even cares.
Ricky is fully in the living room and just not looking at the television.
Tom and some people were in the kitchen. So close. You can hear it.
Yeah.
No.
Although I do wonder, because like it seemed like there were some audio issues in the live episode. Like there were a couple of times when Julie was checking in with the house guests and they didn't seem to hear her at first. So I'm like, maybe the audio didn't play.
In the house.
Yeah,
maybe
in the
it was
house.
just for us.
So at any rate, they seemed to not pay attention in the house. So then Julie has to come back and be like, well, you all missed it, so let me recap.
Yeah.
That we're like playing for safety.
So yes, they have an extra comp now that whoever wins this is safe, does not have the chance to go on the block, but they also don't have a chance to play HOH.
Right. Which I would want the safety. I don't need the HOH if I have safety for an eviction.
Exactly, then you're open to play HOH the next time.
And this competition was so fun.
So cool.
It was so cool to see, like, they painted these people so well.
Yes.
Like the person in the shower and the person against the wall where like half of their body was painted one way
there
and
was
half
a
the
person
other.
on the couch that I completely missed. Didn't see till later on the internet. Because they had the like 3 or 4 people like in some
like
sort of sculpture,
yeah,
which I kept looking at instead of the person on the couch. I mean, it was so incredible.
It was great.
Most of the house guests missed these people as well.
Yeah.
Like, they were so consumed with, you have 90 seconds to, like, run in. So they just ran and counted the obvious ones.
Yeah, and they really only used not even a minute, right? Like, there was a lot of time left on the clock when everybody locked in. But it was also, you know, it was a matter of, like, if people tie, it's whoever got it faster, so there's pressure in that way.
Yeah.
But they all finished really quickly, and Tamar is the one who's closest.
The closest. They're all way low. But Tamar is the closest, so she wins safety.
Yes.
That doesn't matter. She's probably not in danger anyway.
Right. But good for her to get a win.
Yes.
And then the HOH competition is right after,
Yes.
And it's essentially the same competition. They take some of the living art away, and they have to, you know, figure out a new number to guess for the HOH, and Lolo gets it exactly right.
Yeah, which I was so shocked because Lolo seemed so scattered. As soon as Natalie left, she was like, game face, and like had a little, like a lot of adrenaline, and she's like treating this like it was a track meet. And I'm like, it's not a track meet, you have to count.
Right.
So I was completely caught off guard that she actually was gonna pay attention.
Yeah, well, she was completely caught off guard too.
Yeah.
Because then we go to the nomination ceremony. It's live. She just has to stand up and give her nominations, and she literally says, I can't, to Julie. And Julie's like, you're gonna lose your HOH if you don't make a nomination.
She's like, I just care about Tom. We just want Tom out.
Can I just do one?
I'm just gonna put Tom up, and we're gonna vote him out, so I don't need another one. And Julie's like, you're about to lose your HOH.
But it's like, Tamar's not an option. We know this. She's not gonna put Ricky up, so it's either Candy or Dina. Just say a name.
Yeah.
Like, what does it really matter?
She ultimately does say Candy, I guess, is what she says. And now we go play veto.
Yes. And it was another true or false thing. It was, we got to see Ross and Meta come back for a little sitcom thing, which was fun.
As I was watching it, I was like, I feel like this is a minute too long. And then I loved that the question was, how long was it? And I was like, well, it felt like 5 minutes to me. But I know we're on a 2-hour show that's live, so it couldn't have been that long.
Yeah, right.
But it felt long.
Yeah, but it comes down to this tiebreaker between Tamar and Ricky, and Tamar gets another win. So she has the power of veto now.
Ricky was way off.
Yeah.
So Tamar wins the power of veto, and it's like, we know that she's kind of working with Candy.
Yes.
But she's also obviously working with her Room Alliance, and she can't let on that she's really working with Candy as well.
Right. And we know that she hates Tom.
She hates Tom.
So she's not using the power of veto on him.
Right. So I really wondered, like, is she going to pull Candy down?
I wondered too. I thought she might.
And there was a moment where we saw them sort of whisper, and then Lolo walked up.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right.
So I imagine because Tamar ends up not using the veto, I guess she was like, Candy, you're safe, you have the numbers, so I'm not gonna...
And that's exactly what I thought. Because initially I was like, is she gonna take Candy down? Because, you know, they're working together. Yeah. But then I was like, she doesn't need to. Why get blood on your hands in that way? Like, Tom is getting evicted no matter what. So, like, Candy's safe,
I don't know.
relax.
Sometimes it's like, we all hate Tom, so let's get Candy out. We have the opportunity.
Right.
No one's going to work with Tom.
And no one's going to vote for Tom in the end. Yeah. Everybody hates him.
Except that Tom wins so much, you really couldn't risk it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Right.
You gotta take that time.
They just have all been hung up all season.
Oh, they
about
can't
we can't
him.
let Tom have any little bit of happiness in this house. So
no. To the point that Tamar does a dance when he leaves.
Poor jury management, by the way. I was like,
Tamar,
okay, I get it. You hate him, and like, it was funny to see it on TV, but I was like, he's never gonna vote for you if you make it to the final two now. Like, it was just kind of a weird move, I thought.
We love you, Tamar, but get your head in the game sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, her head is in the game now.
Yes.
Now that she's not distracted by him. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Yes. So that's the end of the double eviction episode, right?
Yep. So that was the end of the episode.
Yes.
We knew Tom was, his time had run up.
Right.
We knew that was coming.
Right.
It was going to be a miracle.
Yes.
I mean, he could have won veto, but odds were he was heading out.
There's only one guy left in the game now. Ricky is the only guy left.
That's right. And we've got Dina and Candy on one side, and we've got Lolo, Ricky, and Tamar on the other side. So things don't look good for Candy and Dina at this point.
Yeah.
But that is our final five.
And then I thought, so Julie sort of explains how the finale is going to work before the episode is over.
The five compete for another HOH.
Right.
Someone will be evicted.
Right. And
four
then
have the final HOH.
Including that person who won the HOH. Right. All four are eligible to compete for this final HOH, and they will pick who they want to sit with them in the final two.
Right.
Yes.
Eliminating two people automatically. So let's go to spoilers. Spoilers.
Who wins the HOH, Sarah?
Ricky.
I'm a little bit shocked.
I'm very shocked.
Because he's only won one veto.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's been a strategy, but, you know, here we are.
But, you know, it's not really shocking when you eliminate half the house.
True.
You know, it's always easier to win.
Yeah, right.
When
there are fewer people.
Less people are, and especially Tom, the one who's been winning, is out of the house.
Right.
So now everyone else has a chance to win.
Yes. So
I just hate to show my disappointment, but that is not the person I would have liked to have won this HOH.
Yeah. But he does.
He's obviously going to put up
Candy and Dina.
People not on his side.
Yeah.
Which leave Candy and Dina.
Yes.
And that's exactly what he does.
Right.
Now, in the beginning, he says, you know, I want Candy to go. He kind of presents it to Lolo and Tamar of like, that's what I want as HOH.
But here's what I don't understand. Why? Like, why Candy?
Well, you know that one time that she crossed him? Blew up at him?
What?
No, I don't, Ricky. No. I don't know. The one time that the calmest person in the house blew up at you.
Right.
Again, common denominator is you, my friend. All these fights that you have. Yeah. But anyway, he's holding a grudge against Candy.
Yes, so he
for
wants
whatever
her out.
reason.
And what's interesting about the game at this point, Tamar is positioning herself very well.
This is when Tamar's head is in the game.
Yes.
She understands how we have to get to final two.
Oh, yeah.
She is just subtly and slyly having conversations with Lolo,
with Ricky.
Who, you know us. Who would you be? You know, we have, you know, whatever. She's really good at sort of subtly having those conversations.
Yep.
Ricky has another approach, but he's doing great gameplay where he laid it out to Lolo and Tamar of like, I just want to get to final two.
That's winning.
I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna let you guys battle it out.
Right.
Like, you guys get that win. He really emphasized how important that last HOH win is.
Remember Marissa won that final HOH.
And like, I can take a loss for you guys.
Yeah.
If I know I'll be your pick.
That's right.
For final two.
I'll throw the HOH if I know you're going to bring me to the final two.
Now, I love that Lolo just doesn't even get it. She's like, why would you want to take a loss? Why would you? To be brought to final two.
Right.
He can still win it all, Lolo.
Yes.
She's like, you know, let me think about it.
Yeah.
Tamar's like, yes.
Okay, Ricky.
Absolutely,
Yes.
Ricky. I got you.
Great.
I will bring you.
Right. Because she's
Absolutely.
telling him exactly what he wants to hear.
Yes, knowing that if for some reason he does win, now he'll take her.
Yes.
And they, in this same conversation, they're like, you know, is it Lolo's time to go?
Yes. So that's what's interesting about this, Ricky's HOH here,
Yeah.
is that somehow Tamar has worked her way in and seems to be Ricky's number one now. Even though Ricky has been working, I mean, he's been loosely working with Tamar most of the game.
Right.
But really, he was close with Lolo and Natalie.
Yes.
But Lolo is the possible renom at this point, if Candy or Dino win veto.
If Candy or Dino win veto, the backup plan is to put Lolo up there.
Yeah.
And potentially consider taking her out as she is, you know, a threat to win the whole game.
Which is true, but like, whoa, did not see that coming. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what kind of voodoo magic Tamar worked to be able to, you know, become closer to Ricky than Lolo, but good for her.
She said all the right things.
Yeah.
And Candy and Tamar have already discussed that their final two, that they're taking each other. I don't know how real that is.
Yeah.
But that has already been in play. So I think Tamar, you know, feels like she covered that.
Yes.
Now she has Lolo. Now she has Ricky.
She
has set herself up pretty well for
really
final
well.
two.
Yeah.
And Ricky has two.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know that Candy continues to be the target because, I don't know, they kind of give Dina a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Or they at least say she has no blood on her hands. People will vote for her in the end.
And they kind of think she's a snake and like this like undercover beast, which I don't really get, but they are all pretty threatened by her. And I think she's the only one that Tamar specifically doesn't have like a really solid final two with.
No.
So it could, you know, Candy is Ricky's target, but the house could flip it. And, you know,
they're definitely still talking and they haven't played veto yet, so that obviously factors in. My dream final two is Tamar and Candy.
Oh, same. I would love that.
I would love that. I don't know that it's gonna happen because I don't know, Candy might bring Tamar because I don't know that Candy thinks Tamar will get votes.
Yeah.
It's such a popularity contest these days.
It totally is.
They don't really, the juries don't vote for who played the best game anymore.
Yeah.
It's who was the nicest.
Yes.
Who didn't piss me off.
Right.
That's
especially in
vote.
Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that is really how it's going to go down, Candy could take Tamar because Tamar popped off on a few people.
Yeah.
Candy did not.
A few.
Apparently Ricky, but
yeah.
But I don't think Tamar takes Candy, although she'd have a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah.
To Candy.
And I just don't, like you said, I don't know how this jury's going to vote.
Yeah.
I'm
not even going to pretend
predict.
to understand how this jury is going to vote. They have said some crazy things in the house.
Yeah.
And who's going to win, you know, this last HOH?
Right. That's crucial. I mean, I really hope we see Tamar in the final two. I love her. I'm a fan. I've enjoyed her all season long. And I think she's been playing a legitimately good game. Not win after win after win after win, but she's winning now at the right moments. And she's playing a great social game now. Like she had a lot of arguments early on. And, you know, that kind of put a target on her back. But she managed to like weasel her way out of that. And now she's got these people who want to bring her to the final two with them.
Right.
So she's played a really good game.
I don't see a possibility of Dina making it to final two unless Candy takes her.
Right.
But that would be slim because I think one of them is going to get evicted.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they would actually go through with evicting Lolo at this point.
Yeah.
I just don't think they could do it.
Yeah. But who knows? It's 2 more episodes, right? Is what we have.
We have 2 more episodes.
1 and then the finale.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we will be back after the finale.
Yes.
You guys give us your predictions.
Ugh.
I mean, this isn't my favorite Final 5, but it's still good because we got, you know, split people working against each other.
Yeah.
And there's no given on who's a Final 2. So I'm interested to see how this is all going to go down.
Yes.
I hope I'm not super disappointed with the finale.
I know.
What do you guys think is going to happen and what do you hope is going to happen?
Yeah, let us know and we'll see you next time.
Bye.